5, 10 and 20 years ago, we didn't even think of having different names of generations. And now, we have them. And I am from Gen Alpha. Baby Boomers, Generation X, Millennials, Generation Z. These all generations are followed by one generation, Generation Alpha, which is the newest or youngest generation till now. What is Gen Alpha? The demographic group succeeding Generation Z and preceding Generation Beta. In layman's term, those who are born between 2010 to 2024. Now, let me ask you a simple question. How did you spend most of your time today? Maybe you opened YouTube. Maybe you completed your assignment with help from internet. Maybe you learned something from a 30-second video. Earlier generations would have needed a teacher or a book to understand. Now suppose you tell this to someone 10 or 20 years ago back then. They would reply to you like, "Wow, that would be incredible. Like here that we can't even use technology properly." And they would literally be dependent on it for everything. But for all of us now, it is a habit. We are the first generations born fully into the age of touchscreens, AI and smart devices. We did not adapt to technology. We were born into it. For many of the Gen Alpha, watching cartoons and playing video games came before writing neatly in a notebook. Video calls became regular. Online classes became real classrooms. AI became a study partner. But being a Gen Alpha is not only about the technology, but it is also about the way we live. When I was 7 years old, I used to watch the newspaper boy deliver the newspaper to our house every single morning. He was always punctual, and my father would begin his day by reading the newspaper. But times have changed. Today, most of us have developed the habit of reading news online through our mobile phones. Before technology, people had to wait for the newspaper delivery. Now we just have to click a button on the mobile. Earlier generations had to write and wait for letters for days. And now we just text and chat with each other in minutes. And that is both our strength and weakness. Our strength is that we can learn anything. A child today can learn any music, learn to play any sports, or a new language from home. We can create videos, apps, art, and ideas at such a small age. But our weakness is also quite real. Because when we get everything in our hands, attention becomes difficult. I am growing up in the age of notifications, gaming, and endless scrolling. And I sometimes feel that the same technology that helps us learn also distracts us. Sometimes we know a lot, but we do not think deeply enough. And that is a very special thing about Gen Alpha. Another special thing about me as Gen Alpha is that I am growing up with AI. AI is like an ally to us. It can write, draw, solve problems, translate languages, explain chapters, and even talk like a human. This means our future will be very different. For earlier generations, AI was a movie. For us, AI is reality. And here, we have more challenges for us in the future. Climate change, pollution, mental health problems, and job uncertainty. These are not small issues at all, but these are big problems that will shape our future. But maybe that is why Gen Alpha matters so much. Gen Alpha has a big role in rebuilding the future. We may have to build a world where technology and AI are powerful but not dangerous to man's existence. A world where success is not only about money or marks, but also about qualities like confidence and honesty. And one thing, I want the future generations to remember us as they became the generation that changed the world, not because they had the best technology, but because they used it with their heart, courage, and a purpose. Thank you.